Okay, so this is video log 2. Um, I'm gonna start doing these videos today. As it's crazy because um, God is always speaking to us, whether we believe it or not. And I'm gonna get to that real quick, but I have to keep these videos short because I ran on so long on the last one that I wasn't able to send them. But anyways, today as I was walking out um, the door wouldn't open, and the first thing that runs through my head is Matthew 7, chapter 7, verses 7 through 8, and it says, "Keep on asking, you will receive what you ask for. Keep on seeking, and you will find. Keep on knocking, and the door will be open to you." For everyone who asks receives, and everyone who seeks finds. And to everyone who knocks, the door will be open. But just as God opens doors, He also closes doors. So in Proverbs chapter 3, 5 through 8, it says that trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. Don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Instead, fear the Lord. Turn away from evil. Then you'll have healing for your body and strength for your bones. So as I went to open the door wouldn't open, and when it wouldn't open, that Bible verse ran through my head. So what I wanted to get to saying is sometimes when God closes a door in our life, we keep trying to open that door, and we try to open that door so much, whether it's something that we want or someone that we want or something in our lives that we want. We keep fighting to open that door, and what it does is it causes us to lose sight of what God has laid out for us, the path God has laid out for us. So that's why in Proverbs, when it says trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not depend on your own understanding, for your own understanding is evil. For Jesus says what naturally comes from the heart is evil thoughts, murder, adultery, all sorts of sexual immorality, theft, lying, slander. He says these are the things that defile you, not eating with unwashed hands. So Jesus shows us what naturally comes from our body. So when we try to lean on our own understanding, we're fighting to open this door that God has closed. What it causes us to do, it causes the evil, the chaos, and the anarchy of this life to enter into us, and we lose our train of thought. You wonder why you sit there and your thoughts are over here and over there and over there, and you're like, all of a sudden you're thinking all these things that are like outside of yourself, and even things where you're like, why would I even think that? Like, why would I think this right now? So just know that God opens doors, but He closes doors. Now, say you're asking for something and you're seeking something and you're knocking on that door. Now, the minute you ask for that and believe that you have it, believe before you even receive it that you have it, and then forget about it, leave it at that. Know you already have it before you've received it, and hold fast to your confession. For Jesus says, I have told you all this so that you will have peace in me. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart, for I've overcome this world. Jesus says what comes from the heart are the words that come from our mouth. So we need to learn to hold fast to our confession. See, if you do not resist the devil will not flee from you. I can resist the devil and he will flee from me, but I cannot resist the devil for you. I can pray for people in faith, but by their wrong confession, it does no good for me to pray for them. By them maintaining the wrong confession, it nullifies the effects of my prayer. So that's why we need to understand what Jesus talks about when He talks about holding fast to confessions. In John 15, 7, it says, but if you remain in me and my words remain in you, you may ask for anything you want and it will be granted. When you produce much fruit, you are my true disciples that bring great glory to my Father. Before that, it says in 5, yes, I am the vine and you are the branches. Those who remain in me and I in them will produce much fruit, for apart from me you can do nothing. Anyone who does not remain in me is thrown away like a useless branch and withers. Such branches are gathered into a pile and burned. So imagine a tree and a branch. If you're separated from it, you're not going to grow. You're not going to be able to produce no fruit. So when you're connected to the Lord, that means you're in the Lord. You're in His Word. The Lord is the Word. And when you're in Him, you start to produce fruit. And when you're producing fruit, you're producing what God says. You're thinking like God. You're saying what God says. And you can even put your own words into putting your words in line with God. But you hold fast to your confession. Because the minute you maintain the wrong confession, people wonder why their prayers aren't answered. Or why things don't happen for them, and why that door remains closed. It's because by your wrong confession, it nullifies the effects of your prayers and your faith. It like destroys it. That's why the enemy is so slick. That's why Jesus says, I send you out as sheep among wolves. So be as wise as a serpent, but as gentle as a dove. So you're wise to that Satan knows scripture better than anybody. And Satan used scripture against Jesus in the desert to tempt him. But Jesus used scripture back on Satan. Satan will take scripture, use every part of scripture, in the last little bit, he'll twist it and use it against you. And he uses our words and our confessions against us. So people wonder why their prayers and things aren't being answered. It's because you're not maintaining the right confession. So maintain the right confession, stay encouraged, and hold fast to your confession. If you ask for something, hold fast to that. Believe you've received it. And when it's time, God will give it to you. So I love you, and God bless you. Stay encouraged.